All right, so in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys my entire UNC Jordan shoe collection. I mean, as you could see, I have a lot. I think here is nine. Yeah, two, four, six, eight. Yeah, it's nine shoes that I have, but also have two extra ones that I use for work. But I'll be showing those out. But it's basically just the doubles of some of these shoes right here. But yeah, this is just the beginning of the video where I show off all of them, all together. And to start off, I have just the University Blue Jordan 1 highs. Normally, I have like the dates on the side of when all these shoes were released, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to be searching up the release dates of nine shoes. But yeah, so I'm just going to be going from order from 1 to 11. And yeah, so these are, I got these on eBay, so I just, put that, I'll hide that tag so it doesn't look as ugly. But yeah, these are the University Blue Jordan 1 highs. And basically with all the shoes I have, they're very nice. I mean, I could say, oh man, these are nice, but I feel like that's a little bit too repetitive, in my opinion. But yeah, just a closer look for you guys. I mean, they're very clean. You know, I know when I first saw these, like online, I was kind of bothered by the fact that these were two different type of blues. Um, because this is obviously just the UNC color, and then this is like a lighter shade, and it could be because they're different materials. It'll be harder for them to match them. Especially with age. Either way, if you wear these out, these are gonna get more faded or more. They're gonna get more clear and they're gonna be even more discolored. But I mean, in person, when you had them in person, it really doesn't matter, honestly. Um, well, there's a plane passing by, but I mean, just these are nice. Um, I know I had my eyes on these for like quite some time, for like 2 years before I ended up buying them. But yeah, I found a seller on eBay. Um, Obviously, I negotiate with with pretty much all my eBay purchases. I've always negotiated them down. Yeah, here are these right here. Okay, so now we're back. But yeah, these come with the black laces on, and then they have the blue UNC blue laces to the side. I don't think they come with white laces. No, they don't. But yeah, it's just the inside of the shoe. No, they don't come with white laces. I think I did order white laces for these. So I mean, I already have them, but I just haven't added them to the box. I know with some of these shoes, or no, just with two of these shoes, I have had added extra laces to them. So when I get to those shoes, you'll see them. But yeah, here's just a quick look in the box. It's just a regular Jordan 1 box. I mean, they don't really make these boxes anymore. I don't think with the new releases, they make the boxes like that. But yeah, as far as the Jordan 1s that I have that are UNCs, these are the first ones that released. Okay, now for the second shoe that I'm gonna be showing you guys are the UNC Toe Jordan 1 highs. I just have these in this box because obviously, as you could see, I've worn these a few times and I don't want to put them on the couch. But yeah, my mom will be mad at me. But yeah, here are the UNC Tone Jordan 1 highs. I believe these came out in 2023, in the summer of 2023. I remember that because I think it was for the shock drop. I hate on the shock drop on the sneakers app, and I was visiting my sister in Utah when I got these. But yeah, I like them. At the time, I didn't really have that much Jordan 1 highs, so I was like, might as well add these to the collection. Um, they're cool, but honestly, as far as my Jordan 1s that I have, these are probably in the bottom of as far as my ones I like. But they're still good. Obviously I have the black laces tied. and then they come with white laces. I don't think I've worn them. No, I have worn them with white laces. I just, I switched them out. But yeah, you could see I did wear these. And with the university ones, I haven't worn those yet. So eventually I wore them. But yeah, that's just the inside. And yeah, I mean, it's not really much to say. Pretty much history with all UNC shoes. It's just that he played in USC, obviously in college. But yeah, just more and closer look at these. Okay, so before I show these off, I forgot to mention, I don't think these came with white laces. I think it was black laces and UNC laces. I don't know where I left the UNC laces. They're somewhere in my room, but I'm pretty sure it was just black and UNC. I don't think they came with the white laces. I'm pretty sure I added those afterwards. So I just want to, tell you guys that. And right here I have the UNC Reimagined Jordan 1 highs. Now these, it was kind of, I was debating whether to get these or not. I was going back and forth, and then once they released, I realized, I feel like, what's it called? FOMO, fear of missing out. So I was like, you know what? Let me just buy these. I mean, I already have the Lost and Found Chicago's, and obviously those are aged. These are aged as well. So I was like, why not? Obviously, they just came out, so I mean, I really haven't had time to wear these, but yeah, I'll wear these for sure. Obviously, I'm gonna wear all my shoes, but I'll probably wear these, relatively soon. Yeah, these are nice. Obviously, they come with white and UNC laces. I don't really feel the need to add anything else. Now when I think of it, I think probably orange laces would probably look good in these. Just because of the off-white version that had orange accents, and I'm pretty sure those came with orange lace as well. I'm not too sure on that, but it could be like a poor man's UNC off-white Jordan 1 high if you just add the orange laces. So I'll probably buy some orange laces just to for the heck of it. Yeah, here's it's a closer look at the box. And with the Chicago, the Lost and Founds, they kind of like reversed the box. So this bottom part was black and then the lid was white or orange, my bad. So low key, what I'm thinking of doing is just taking this lid, giving it to the Chicago Lost and Founds, and then grabbing the lid from the Chicago Lost and Founds and giving it to these. So, the box is matched. I mean, this looks cool and all, but, why, it's better if I just have it matching. And here I have the UNC 2s. With the UNC 2s and these, what's it called? I threw the boxes away. With these, the box that it came with came all busted. Literally, like the lid was all destroyed. Everything was like crushed. The shoes were fine, obviously, but yeah, that shoe was busted. So, it didn't really matter if I threw it away or not. And then these, I bought a shoe rack, so I wanted just, to clear out space. So I ended up throwing the box to these away. And it's fine, honestly. If you wear your shoes, if you're not planning on selling them, keeping the box isn't really required. But yeah, I feel like with UNC, with them, not UNC too, just with 2s in general, they're very slept on. I like them. I've owned a handful of pairs. Currently I only have these and the Chicago ones. Oh, it's a little dirty. There you go. But yeah, I currently just have the UNC 2 lows and the Chicago high Jordan 2s. But yeah, I just like these. I like the look of it. Maybe not so much this part right here, but just if you take that away, this shoe's very clean. I guess it does look a little funky, but no, I like it. So, I mean, that's all that matters, But yeah, they just come with white laces. I know I tried buying some UNC laces for these, but it didn't match, so I was like, whatever. I just stick to the white laces. I mean, you don't really need to switch out the laces. You know, that's only personal preference. I didn't have pink laces on them. I just took them out. I'll probably just get them to another shoe. But yeah, just a quick look at the UNC 2s. And now I have the UNC 3s. I'm just going to briefly go over these because I already have, a video talking about these. But yeah, technically, well, not technically, these were supposed to be my first real Jordans that I got. I mentioned in the video. Friends sold it to me. Turns out they were fake. Then I got the Concord 11, so those were technically my first real pair of Jordans. But yeah, it's just a nice shoe. I mean, if you want a longer look at these, I would recommend you watch my review video on these. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into depth when I already reviewed these. Yeah, I forgot to mention I do have 2 pairs of these. I just have these in a different box, but these are my work UNC 3s. As you can see, they're used. Yeah, I've worn them to work. Not the most comfortable shoe. Last time I wore them probably like 4 days ago to work, and my feet were killing me. But yeah, that's what was in the box. That's why I had the box here, because they are also UNC shoes. And here I have the UNC 4s. I was gonna make its own video on them, but I got the idea of me just reviewing all my UNC shoes. So I was like, I'll just wait for me to make that video to actually show these off for you guys. But here's the StockX tag. You guys don't need to see that, but yeah, here's the shoes. I really like these. I know for the longest time I did want them, but I never got them because of how pricey they were in terms of reselling. But I ended up grabbing them a couple of years after I first saw them. But yeah, here's just the shoe. I really like these. These are, I couldn't really tell you off the bat, but it's probably tied between these and the UNC 3s in terms of my favorite UNC shoe that I have. But yeah, just a quick look at these. And these are dead stock. I don't know when I wear them because I do have a double of this as well that I do wear to work. Yeah, these are just just keep these on ice for I don't know how long. Maybe just keep them forever. They weren't the best of quality, as you could see, but yeah, they're still very clean. Very, very clean. Let me just show you guys inside. And then, as I mentioned, I do have 2 pairs of these. So these are the work shoes. They're still clean because I'm not really doing anything crazy at work. But yeah, this is just the pair that I actually use. I've worn these a couple times. But yeah, the story with these were the first ones that I got on StockX. I went to go make an offer, realized it was still too low, went back to edit my offer, up it up like $5, accidentally clicked buy now, and then it charged my account. So I wasn't supposed to buy these because they were listed pretty high to what they should be. So obviously with StockX, once the seller confirms the order, you can't get your money back, unless they turn out to be fake. But they pass verification, and so I was left with overpriced pair of UNC 4s. Obviously the dude confirmed in 2 seconds, so there was no way of me getting my money back. It's fine though. Yeah, I was a little mad for a little bit, because that was my mistake. And I saw these, they were literally listed like $100 less than what I paid for these. Actually, probably more than like $150, probably almost $200 less than what I got these for. So I'm like, you know what? in order for me to not be mad anymore, I would have to get a second pair for the lower price. So I did that, and yeah, I kind of just, got over the fact that I pretty much overpaid for these on accident. People are like, how do you buy shoes on accident? Trust me, it was literally on accident. I don't know how I clicked buy now, but I literally clicked buy now. And once you're on like the page where you put in your offer, once you click buy now, it automatically buys the shoe. And here I have the UNC fives. With the UNC fives, obviously I do have a good amount of laces for these. I have the white laces on them, but they come with obviously just the UNC laces. I bought the black lace, the black pair, the pink pair, and the white pair, and I just added them to them. But yeah, these are a little beat. Not color wise, but just with all the creasing, and obviously the bottom, they're a little dirty. But yeah, these were the first UNC shoe that I bought. Technically, these were the Jordans that started my shoe collection journey, because obviously you guys know about the fake 3 situations. They were like a half size too small, so I ended up just leaving them on the bridge. It didn't matter because they were fake. I got the Concords, but I had to sell those. Had to sell them because they were a 10.5, and obviously, well, as you could see, I'm an 11.5, so I grew out of them. I had to sell them. That kind of hurt to sell them because they were, like the only Jordan I had, and they're still one of my favorites that I have today, obviously, because I have 2 pairs of them now. But yeah, this might have been the first Jordan I bought after buying those Concord 11s. So this was kind of like the beginning of my shoe collection journey. You could probably hear the birds, but the birds don't bother me. I've stated that in previous videos. But yeah, these basically started it all. I know at the time they did fit me a little big, because I think I was still like an 11. I had probably just hit a size 11 when I bought these, but they were the only option, so I ended up buying them. They were a little big on me, I'm not gonna lie. When I first got them, I had put crease protectors on after like the third use, so that's why they're still creased. But eventually my foot grew a little bit more. I was able to wear these. Actually, I don't remember the last time I wore these, honestly. It's definitely been over a year, probably a year and a half since I've worn these shoes. But my foot, these fit my feet now good. If I even bother wearing crease protectors, my feet are gonna be hurting a lot. So yeah, my foot eventually grew up to the size 11.5. So it all worked out in the end. But yeah, I really like these because of this patch back here. I know the UNC fours have the big old patch in the sun and on the tongue. I don't think any other of these have. No one else has the patch. I think the threes, their patch is technically inside. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's inside the insole. But yeah, enough yapping. I'll just give you guys a look at the shoes. Yeah, these are I guess the shoe that started the collection. Yeah, the bottom again, and here's his heart. This inside. I really mess with this inside, and obviously, the tongue's still very, very smooth. I'll take out the other pair because that says heart and the inside of the tongue. Oh, this is sole. Cool little details on the shoe. But yeah, this is the first UNC shoe that I bought, and it's pretty much the shoe that started my shoe collection. And here I have the UNC 6s. Obviously, I bought black laces for these. The black laces look fine. They look pretty cool. And they came with the standard white laces. Yeah, here are the shoes. UNC's sixes in general are another pretty underrated shoe in my opinion. I've had a handful of these. As of now, I only have three. Eventually, I'll make a video of all three of my UNC, not UNC, of my sixes that I have. But yeah. Oh, these do have the patch in the back. But yeah, these are very clean. My favorite like type of color blocking when it comes to Jordan 6s is this. When you have like this like nubuck suede. I'm not like a geek on materials, but yeah, I know I have the Carmines, and it's the same color blocking, just different colors. But yeah, this is just very clean. I know I've also had the cool gray sixes. It was the same thing pretty much. Wherever you see UNC blue, it was just a light gray. I lost those on a bet, so I had to give those away, which is fine. They were nice, but I didn't really care too much about them. But yeah, here's just a quick look at the UNC sixes. And now for the last shoe, I have the Win Like 82 Jordan 11s. I almost forgot about these. I'm not gonna lie. I was about to leave these out of the video, but literally as I was taking all my shoes out, I was thinking like, do I have any other UNC shoes? And then I saw these, and I'm like, Win Like 82. Pretty sure Jordan was drafted in 1984, so these had to be they had to be well, obviously they were based on him winning the championship, the NCAA championship in 1982. That's why they're called Win Like 82. But obviously these came with that protective cover, same thing as the cap and gown 11s. No, the Jordan 11s came like that. Maybe other Jordans as well. Obviously, I didn't really buy shoes back then, so I wouldn't know fully. But yeah, obviously, like I mentioned, Jordan 11s used to come in their own unique boxes. Now they come in like those, just regular standard Jordan 11 through Jordan 12 or 9. It's like a few models that come in the same box now. But yeah, here's the shoes. Yeah, I like these a lot. The only reason why I bought these is because of the navy blue. Not really because of, of it being a UNC shoe, but because I'm a Cowboys fan, and obviously I would want to match my jerseys with the shoes. So having a navy blue colorway on the Jordan 11, which is Jordans that I really like. They're definitely, I'd say, a top 3 Jordan model of all time for me. But yeah, I saw these and I'm like, I'm gonna need them. I'll once the season starts, I'll be able to wear them. Every couple of weeks, because I do have other navy shoes that I would wear with my jerseys. But yeah, I think these are really cool. These came out in 2017. I do know that. So they're probably one of the older shoes. They are one of the older shoes that I have in my collection, because I really just told myself I wouldn't get any shoes that were made almost 10 years ago. I mean, technically these were almost made 10 years ago, but Jordan 11s are pretty sturdy, especially when I get a good use of them. They'll last longer. So, I wasn't scared about buying these. But yeah, definitely these are a very underrated shoe, in my opinion. I mean, it almost looks like black. From afar, they'll look black, but, obviously up close, you could see me. I'm the sort that don't look like that. But, yeah, very, very clean shoe. So now I have all 9 of my UNC shoes together. It's kind of crazy to look at all of these. I mean, this is just a small portion of my collection. so I could only imagine what all my shoes together look like. But yeah, just a better look. I'll give you guys a better look at these. Honestly, I'm just gonna organize them. Actually, let me pause the video. Let me organize them. Then I'll show you guys all of them side by side. All right, so now I have all 9 of them, or kind of organized for you guys, so you guys could see them, a little better. But yeah, let me just go through them one by one. Obviously, the regular Jordan 1, the University Blue Jordan 1 highs, the UNC Toe Jordan 1 highs, the UNC Reimagined Jordan 1 highs, Jordan 1 low, oh my God, Jordan 2 low UNC, Jordan 3 UNC, Jordan 4 UNC, Jordan 5 UNC, Jordan 6 UNC, and then the Win Like 82 Jordan 11s, which is still a UNC shoe, even though UNC isn't in the name. But yeah, just if you guys were interested in any of these shoes, you guys could just look at all of them side by side. Maybe you want all of them. You never know. Maybe you want all of the shoes. Okay, now I have them on the other side, so you guys could get a better look at the other side of the shoes. I do post on Reddit, so I'll definitely be posting a picture of all of these shoes, probably like this on Reddit, so people just could see all my shoes. Obviously, with me making videos and posting pictures of them online, it's just for memory, not really just to show off my collection, but just so I could have a memory of all my shoes, because obviously shoes don't last forever. All of these are gonna crumble at some point in my life, and obviously UNC, having a UNC collection is pretty cool. Yeah, that's just this side, and then I'll show you guys front side and the back side after this. All right, so here's the front side of all the shoes. You guys just could look at them one by one. So I'll probably just do like a individual ranking so far, or at least just for the Jordan 1s. 1. If this wasn't reimagined with like the age look, I would have preferred these over these, but because they're aged and I'm not really the biggest fan of aged shoes, I'll just have them ranked like that. But if these were the regular ones, I would definitely have these at number 2, then those at number 3. You have those, the 2, 3, and the 4. Then the 5 and the 6. And then the 11. I know I kind of wanted to include the Mellow 12s because it looks like a UNC shoe, but technically it isn't a UNC shoe, so I couldn't really add that to this video. But yeah, I like how I have all these shoes right here. So many shoes, and I'm over here just wearing janky old marijuana weed Crocs. Yeah, here's just the front side of the shoes. And now I have the back side. I know if I don't really have a coordinated outfit, I'm not gonna wear my Jordans. I usually, when I go out, and I don't have a coordinated outfit, or if it's just last second, I just throw on my Rejuvenates. I'll show those in the video when eventually I get through my entire shoe collection. But yeah, I'm really bad on wearing my shoes. I know I need to fix that because just because obviously if you're gonna buy shoes, you gotta wear your shoes, unless they're like collector's items, unless they're like game worn Michael Jordan shoes, you kind of, I don't think you want to wear those. But yeah, I just gotta be better at wearing my shoes, because obviously if you don't wear your shoes, they're gonna crumble at some point. And if by wearing your shoes, you put pressure down on the shoes, so they'll become more compact, and they'll last longer by you actually using them. Obviously don't you wear your shoes the same shoes all the time, because they'll get just really dirty. But yeah,